Debby Ryan is in the studio.
Hey!
There's a global celebration that Insatiable streaming now season 2, which we will talk. I just looked on the Netflix homepage. It's in the most popular column.
Yay!
Which is always so. I check all the time. I don't know if you check, but I look all the time to see.
Yeah, it's popular. It's very exciting. There is a point where you just have to kind of let it go and release it into the world and just be like, this is none of my business now, like in terms of how many people are sharing.
But it's so have you ever been, and we'll come back to this, but have you ever been on an airplane and seen someone watching you?
Yes.
On their computer?
I did a movie called Life of the Party with Melissa McCarthy, and it was a big airplane movie. It lived very strongly on,
And do you say anything when they're watching you?
Well, my character in that's pretty mean, so I don't know. I'm like, well, it's kind of me, but it's
but
acted,
I'm not like that.
know. But there are definitely times where I'll see people like looking at me, and then they'll pull up Jesse or they'll pull up Life of the Party, and it's like they were motivated by me.
But do you watch you on an airplane?
No. I try to avoid doing that.
I gotta stop doing that.
Again, it's none of my business. Yeah, you only watch you.
I only have loops of me.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, well, first of all, there's so much to catch up on. We were talking briefly as that song was ending about the most beautiful. I mean, I can't. These words just came from your brain instantly without thinking them through.
Yes.
In this Instagram post?
Yes, there was a little editing because it ended up long-winded, but it mentally is that way.
So Debbie commented about her engagement with this. I'm just going to read part of it. You don't have. I don't want to embarrass you, so you don't have to say anything. But it's so tiny that look how tiny that is on my page.
How are you supposed to read that?
Feels like growing up and moving through life is just evolving through different types of complicated. He is where all the voices narrow into one sound, my only simplicity, where the important things are clear. Other things aren't that important. I can't read that part. He's my heart outside my body.
Ooh.
I read my captions and go, I have no brain or heart.
I mean, it's just a testament to inspiration, I guess. Like,
I think it's cool. I don't know how you're young, so like to find that in your life at this stage is amazing and a blessing.
Yeah, I feel really lucky. It's funny. I know a lot of people who got in relationships young, and sometimes you see it and you're like, oh, it feels like that because it's that first feeling. Yeah, but like. I actually got it right the first time. Yeah, I feel really lucky.
Think how much energy she saved by getting it right the first time around. I mean, I only am talking to me and Tanya here right now.
Dude.
But you guys are connected on the app, aren't you?
Yeah. On the app?
No, they're connected on the Find My Friends.
Yeah.
Did you know that? I didn't realize that I've let you follow me on Find My Friends for like a year, and now I can see your location.
I know. I was just talking to my friend Gillian, who's never in town, and we're never in town at the same time, and I was like, I wish there was a way that when you saw someone's contact info in your phone, you could see whether or not you're in the same place. And she was like, could share my location with you. And I was like, you're right. And I went to Find My Friends, and I saw you there, and I saw that like I was always able to see. And I was like, oh,
so wait, so you guys can see where each of you are at any given time right now?
I can tell you right now where she is. I mean,
where does she go? Because she tells us a lot of stuff, but where does she really go? Where does Tanya go?
A lot of walks. She's walking. She's going to work out and stuff, being very healthy.
And does it tell you does the app tell you if she's with someone or not, or is it just
no?
Just
I mean,
the
I guess that if I were to follow like you and Becca or you and someone, I could see that you were in the same place.
Yeah,
but yeah, it kind of
It's my favorite app ever. I love it so much.
Okay, make really sure helpful. Somehow I don't default into that where she can follow me.
I've already requested you, but you don't accept it.
There is like a disclaimer, which is always like, hey, like we're friends, but like I'm not going to show up to where you are. And also, now that I like have Tanya's and I'm aware of it, if she were to be at coffee and I were to be like, oh my, crazy to run into you here, she would know what the gag was.
That there's a semi-stock going on.
She's like, Debbie just keeps showing up. What is this?
All right. There's nothing better than getting into something that has a great sense of humor on Netflix and can be a little rude sometimes too. And that is what Insatiable is on Netflix. And Debby Ryan star with an amazing cast. And we must also give the deepest, most profound props to Lauren Gushes, who is the brain.
Yes, our showrunner, our North Star.
The North Star. Yes, she's just incredible. Yeah. But playing the character Patty, who can be complicated at times. What do you love most about Patty, Debbie?
I mean, I think that she's hard to love. Like a lot of us are kind of, when we feel cornered or when we feel insecure, we can maybe lash out at the people we love. Like we do things that aren't likable always, and we have these gross things, and we obviously don't like to lean into them or advertise them because we're not proud of them, and it's not our best self. She, I think, doesn't really have the forethought at this moment or the self-awareness to realize that like she's doing things that are super unlikable. She just is like, oh, I'm just trying to find myself, and I'm just trying to be the most authentic version of myself. And then she goes on this kind of morality crisis where she realizes the more authentic she is, like the more it turns her into potentially not a good person. She has all this damage that she never addressed, and it is now kind of manifesting. She's peeling back the layers, which is great.
But don't you want a character that's so damaged deep down inside and that has all those layers stacked up that you can explore as an actor?
I mean, it's so fun, and it's so important for a cautionary tale, right? To be like, I would never go in these places. I would never let my rage and my insecurity and my emptiness govern me into these places. Now, certainly my kind of journey with disordered eating and with self-image has brought me to some really dark places and really damaging places to myself and some people around me. Patty is on more of a murder journey, which is not my particular journey and never has been. But, you know, like dark places are dark places, right? And of course, like the show affords us that kind of broadness, and that camp and the soapiness affords us to be able to touch on those themes.
Can you sleep well? How do you, like, when you lay down, do you sleep well?
No.
Okay.
No. How did you? No.
How did I know?
Yeah.
No, because I'm just thinking about like well, just listen to what you're saying.
Like to get in the mindset of this character? Does that affect your sleep?
No, I'm just asking personally, does she sleep well?
Because Debby Ryan, how do you sleep at night?
I don't sleep well. No, I have this, like, I've just watching your body language. Just like sometimes when I lay my head down is when I start thinking the most about whether it's work or a job or myself or hear a voice. You know, like for example, Tanya, do you sleep well?
Honestly, yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So there you go. She has no insecurities and no voices in her head.
No, I have all of them, but I talk about them all day long. That by the time my head hits the pillow, I'm just out.
Yeah.
A lot of creative people don't sleep well. They start to think about all of this stuff when they are supposed to turn off.
Well, and it's also, I think, navigating a tricky mental landscape and the places that the kind of hurricanes that will then breed within there, and you can go on those rides. That's the tricky bit.
The thing about Debbie, though, you are so like insightful and so like amazing at just kind of like giving to people. Like I just feel we don't hang out that much, and I feel like you give so much to me, and it's like it's so nice because you're just so in your head, and you have a lot of really good advice, and it's just like so cool because you're so wise beyond your years.
Thank you. Yeah,
where does that come from?
I got smart parents. No, I mean, I was under a lot of pressure at a young age, right? Because I started acting and kind of publicly facing at a young age, and there's not a lot of room there when you know something is going to echo.
You're in an adult. Even though you're doing children's programming, you're in an adult. It's work.
Atmosphere.
Yeah. It's like it's a job.
And it's just also, you know, like understanding consequences, understanding responsibility, and that sort of thing. It can be debilitating, but it could also be like so encouraging to be. You have a limited amount of time, and the impact can be great, or it can be really profoundly irresponsible. And what are you going to do with this? What are your priorities, and where are you going to take this? And it forces you to kind of reconcile your identity and your ethics system and your hobbies. And like, people are so interesting to me, and you're such a positive person, and you give so much to a lot of people too. So I think I recognize that in you, and I'm like, oh, if this is a place that is so like, it goes farther. There are people you can pour into, and they just are like toxic energy sucks. And those people I've discovered are not worth my time. But like the biggest thing that this has afforded me is like to get to know interesting people and have cool conversations and like make the journeys a little bit easier.
What toxic actors have you worked with?
What
toxic
I'm
actors have you?
And I'm going to name names.
Yeah, it would make her toxic if she names them. So no.
That's true. You don't want that because that only takes time off our life, right?
Exactly.
So, all right, so
it also is like not worth it.
It's not worth it. No, it's not. But that I didn't learn till like last year. I mean, you have this down early. I literally just realized that 9 months ago.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming. Check out Insatiable Season 2, now streaming on Netflix. And it's a Ryan Seacrest production. Shout out again to Lauren and Nina. Lauren and Nina was too.
Love you guys.
All right, coming back with Miss Tati next.